And thank you so much for sticking with us here on ARC Florida. I'm Matt Lincoln.
And I'm Sam Kerrigan. Back here on ARC Florida on this Wednesday. And Matt, you got your hands on some new reading numbers in the state this morning.
That's right. So 55% of Florida third graders are at proper reading level for their age. That number is 55%. That's a little better than we're at last year, but still we're talking about almost half of the students in the state of Florida aren't where they should be at that all-important third grade level. And that's certainly an issue that I've been looking at here for years about why our kids can't read, and there are multiple reasons for that. But one thing that I've been hearing a lot lately is actually about an issue with the connection between the ears and the brain. Finding out that your child has auditory processing disorder, or APD, can be a tremendous relief for parents who are frustrated that they can't seem to get to the bottom of their child's struggles. But getting to that diagnosis and then finding the help they need too often proves to be an exhausting and discouraging battle.
When she started VPK, I realized something's going on here.
Riza knows her daughter Olivia is bright, but she also sensed very early on that something was a little off.
Simple answers like, do you want pizza? Well, no, because the man across the street was walking, and then, remember when we went to the mall? No, Mommy, I don't want pizza.
Conversations with family and teachers went nowhere because no one else saw a problem.
So sadly, everybody told me I was crazy, that there was nothing wrong with her. She was vibrant, she was happy, she always volunteered, she did her work, she raised her hand, she was the first one to finish everything.
This is how we're going to do the numbers.
But Riza couldn't shake the feeling something wasn't right. So she and Olivia spent years meeting with experts, only to be frustrated by the lack of answers. That wasn't until a coworker suggested Riza look into auditory processing disorder, or APD.
Which side are you going to listen to? Only the left side. Okay, here we go.
Dr. Leah Light has been studying and treating APD for decades. Basically, she explains, it means the brain doesn't process sound correctly.
They hear it, but it's not clear, it's muddied, so it makes it difficult for them to understand certain words. Or sometimes they don't even know somebody's talking to them, especially when there's a lot of background noise.
And certainly we can understand how that can get in the way of being able to learn in a classroom.
Absolutely, and pay attention. I think that a lot of these kids are being diagnosed with attention deficit disorder because they don't even know somebody's talking to them.
Dr. Light says if kids with APD are not looking directly at someone when they're talking, it's almost impossible for them to comprehend what's being said.
They notoriously have trouble with reading comprehension. So some of them can decode well. The boy rode his bike across the street and you say, that was great reading, nice and smooth. What was that sentence about? And the kid goes, I don't know, I have to read it again.
So patients, like Olivia, are given exercises to focus on certain sounds in headphones. Sometimes a physical therapy can help as well, training patients to use both sides of their brain to decode what they're hearing.
Do we know what percentage of people have APD?
The estimates are I think that they're not clear. I think that they're grossly underestimated. I was reading, maybe up to 5%, 5-6%, but I really think it's more like 20%.
Chris?
Despite a fifth of all students possibly having APD, it's almost impossible to find help. Dr. Light doesn't know anyone in all of Palm Beach County treating APD. Riza and Olivia come up from Miami to go to Dr. Light's office in Davie. Unfortunately, insurance does not cover the sessions, and treatment can run $2,000 to $3,000. But Riza says it is worth it to have finally gotten her daughter the help she needs.
There are thousands of kids that probably have the same situation that my daughter does, and they're misdiagnosed, or their parents settle for whatever the doctor might say they have or what the teacher might recommend. And then that might not be the case for them.
So many of these kids are falling through the cracks, and it's just like, it breaks my heart to see what's going on with them because they're so being mislabeled and misdiagnosed, and parents don't really know what to do with them.
Now, Dr. Light has tried to get into Broward County schools to help diagnose students who have or may have APD. She has not been successful. Meanwhile, at Olivia's school outside of Miami, her teacher has agreed to wear a small microphone that transmits to headphones that she wears.
Oh.
Both are provided by the district.
What about our local districts?
Yeah, so I did reach out. Palm Beach County School District, a representative told me that they do conduct APD screenings by their audiologist and will help get them one of those sound amplification systems for students to require them. Also, the Treasure Coast districts said that Martin County and Indian River County, actually Martin County and St. Lucie County said they do screenings. Indian River County said they do not. But it's important to note that in almost all of these cases, you really kind of need to reach out if you're a parent and kind of push for these kinds of screenings.
Yeah, it's got to be really frustrating for the parents and for these poor kids who aren't trying to misbehave in class or not pay attention. They just have something going on that no one knows about. But
and no, you can't ask a kid, "Do you hear correctly?" Because
right.
they don't
They
know.
can
They're
hear.
6.
Well, they can hear.
They're 6. They don't know like what other
Right.
6-year-olds hear like. You know what I mean?
So how can parents check to see if their child has APD?
Right. So once again, it kind of presents as sort of like ADHD. Kind of what happens is it sounds like just a bunch of muddled noises in their head. When you and I look at someone, then you can kind of focus in on that person, and that's a lot harder for these students. So they lose focus very easily because it's so difficult for them to keep focus because it's just so much going on in their brain. So Dr. Light says you should call an audiologist and ask specifically to get an auditory processing disorder test. Don't just ask, I need to get my kid's ears checked, because that little like beep, beep sound that all kids have at their pediatrician, that's really not going to test for APD.
Well, hopefully all of this sheds some light on this, because like that mom said, there's probably a lot more kids out there just like her daughter who are struggling with this.
Searching for answers.
Yeah.
Searching for answers, and this could be one of them.
All right, good stuff. Matt, thank you.